Okay. This is my interview for requirement 4 for the Communication Merit Badge. I'm with grandmother.
Hi, Jacob.
And some questions.
Yes.
How did you decide you wanted to be a doctor or nurse? A nurse, I mean.
Well, it went way back. I made a commitment to obviously go to college to my father, who did not get a college education, and my mother kind of pushed me into it. And so once I got into the sciences, I really enjoyed them. I actually wanted to be a biologist, but because I put myself through school, college, 4 years of college, I just had enough money to do what I was doing. So, yeah, so I ended up with a BSN degree in nursing.
Why didn't you become a biologist?
Why did I?
Didn't.
Well, as I said, I would have had to change courses the first year or second year.
Oh.
And that would have cost more money and more time on campus, so I couldn't do it.
Yeah, got you.
Yeah.
So, was there anybody you looked up to while you were training to be a nurse?
Not really.
So you just did everything by yourself?
I did everything by myself, yeah.
That's cool. Was there like a head of nursing that taught you, or how did you get instructed?
Yeah, of course it was. We had some tough instructors. In those days, they called it the nunnery because we had to be in at 6:00 p.m. It was very strict. The year was from 1953 to 1957, to be exact. And I looked up to our head of nursing once the old one retired.
Ah, gotcha.
She was very fair, very good, and but we all were getting tired. We worked. I worked 23 straight weeks of nights.
Wow.
As a student, and then I could get a couple hours of sleep, and then go to class, and then try to sleep some more, and go to work. It was very hard.
So you had to balance work and classes.
Yeah.
They were separate. Mm-hmm. How'd you do that?
It was difficult because in those days, like I said, it was hands-on. That's how we learned.
Yeah.
Rather than in the classroom. We all griped about it. I made pretty good grades. I was up there. But, I wasn't stellar, but I was good. I was A and B's.
Very good. So, what was the hardest part of your job?
The hardest part was really taking care of seriously ill patients who were. I remember I had a cancer patient who was in great pain. I took care of a prisoner who was a bad guy, and he had shot somebody, and he had gotten shot, and he had a tube into his chest, and I had to be nice to him.
Yeah.
So you have to treat everybody equally.
Yeah, the same no matter what they do. Yeah.
So that I found hard, and also very hard. It was during the polio season or period. There was not a vaccination for it, and I took care of a lot of kids that got meningitis. They became paralyzed. It was very difficult.
Is polio contagious? I actually don't know.
Yes, it is.
Oh, it is.
It's
so
contagious.
how did you prevent yourself from getting it?
Well, mask and gown, washing hands, gloves.
There you go.
Yeah. That's what we did.
What was the easiest part?
The easiest part of nursing was getting off work. If you don't mind me saying so.
No, that's fine.
The easiest part was when you could go back to the dorm. Because we had, in those days, like I said, I worked a lot of nights. I was the only night nurse for 50 patients. And I was always afraid I would miss something.
Oh, yeah, you have a lot to keep track of.
Yeah, and so it was pretty stressful.
How were your relationships with the doctors?
My relationships were good. We had a lot of medical students. Many of them I had to call at night. So and so's not doing well. I think we're going to have somebody see this person. Um, and they were quite. We were all very professional.
Yeah.
I didn't get mad at any of them, and nor did they me. And yeah,
So you said your shifts lasted like 23 hours, or how long was like a normal shift?
a normal shift was 8 hours. So we started. If we worked days, we started at 7. We got off at 3. And sometimes, we could, if we worked 7 to 12 and then 3 to 7, we had time to do our classes. I don't know how, it was difficult.
Yeah.
By the senior year, we were all pretty saturated and ready to leave.
Yeah.
It was hard. It was a lot of hard work. Not the way nursing is today. Nursing is a lot easier.
Yeah.
Because I went back to Indiana University School of Nursing for, I don't know, maybe it was my 35th year reunion or something, and I couldn't believe how nice it was. I went like, this is unbelievable.
Yeah. So did you find yourself like doing most of the work? Like, because you said nursing is different from today, so like, were
Yeah.
you doing most of the work, or were the doctors doing most of the work and you
Oh,
helping?
no, nurses were doing most of the work. Yeah, we did. In those days, we didn't have, digital stuff.
Yeah.
So it was all, we had to remember, we had to go to the chart it. We had to give reports at the end of our shift, make sure that we didn't miss anything. It's amazing, most of us did not. If we did, we got called before the School of Nursing.
Yeah.
It was pretty strict.
Yeah. So one last question. Uncle Doug is a doctor. Did you like give him any advice before going into the medical field?
I think his dad did. His dad was a doctor, obviously. Actually, Doug became very interested in medicine, I think because of his dad. But the only advice I gave him was not to work too hard.
Good advice.
Which he's doing today.
Yeah.
He's stressing out.
Yeah.
Doesn't have enough help.
I feel that.
Yeah.
All right.
That it?
That's it.
All right.